Hello and welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as the Sith warrior Curze here on the world of Dromund Kaas. Where we last left off, we have arrived here at the unfinished Colossus, where a slave rebellion is in progress. Darth Baras, our master, has asked us to speak to Commander Pritch, who's over there. But before we do that,
Please use all products only as intended.
might as well sell all this junk, which I probably should have sold before starting the video. So be it. And we'll speak to the ensign here, Corian Shy.
My lord? Look at them out there. They're like animals. Hundreds of slaves with no one to command them and without a thought in their minds as to what to do with their freedom. Like I said, the slaves are animals. But we've noticed strange behavior in the pack. And my superiors want to know more. Some of the slaves are killing each other. We don't know if they're mad or hungry, desperate, or if there's a faction of slaves who've turned on the rest.
You've been observing them. Give me your best guess.
I don't really know. Who can fathom the mind of a slave? We know that the killings are ritualistic. The murderous slaves come in the night, stab their foes, and paint themselves in blood. If you could investigate, catch them in the act and take them down, maybe you could find a clue to their motives.
The slaves will give up their knowledge to me.
Look for any slave who's turned on his peers. With luck, he'll lead us to answers.
So there are factions within the slaves. What's interesting is Ensign saying, who knows the mind of a slave? Because if you're playing as a Sith Inquisitor, how we were a promising warrior and we were summoned here to advance our training. The Sith Inquisitors, all of them in fact, according to the law anyway, have been slaves who've been discovered to have Force potential. And so, yeah, there's moments of interesting dialogue about your past prior to arriving on Korriban.
Commander Pritch at your service, my lord. Lord Baras informed me you'd be paying us a visit. I'm prepared to offer full assistance.
Aren't you a good little soldier?
Lord Baras has always found me so, Lord. Permit me to update you on the situation here. There's been much unrest in these parts recently, my lord, capped off by a violent slave revolt that has the surrounding jungles overrun with armed slaves.
You can't deal with upstart slaves.
The slaves have been giving the forces sent to deal with them fits. I'm not part of that duty, my lord. What no one knows is that Lord Baras orchestrated the insurgents to disrupt one of his rivals, and he wants his involvement kept secret. Now the slave captains who led the revolt are threatening to expose Baras's involvement unless they receive more potent weapons.
Slaves. They're never satisfied.
I'd just be happy if you took the stupid shock collar off.
But then I couldn't do this.
Ow! Oh! Fine! Forget I mentioned it.
I see you know how to handle slaves, my lord. You'd think they know better than to blackmail a Sith Lord. Lord Baras wants you to kill enough of the blackmailing slave captains to make the others lose their resolve.
Just tell me where to go.
Slaves are scattered throughout the area, but the captains tend to congregate near the unfinished Colossus. I'll wait here for your return.
Takes guts to sit here and wait, don't you think?
This is his post, Vet.
Pretty cushy, all I'm saying.
She just got shocked and she's still being a bit mouthy. Huh. So, yeah, even Commander Pritch has admitted that Darth Baras is involved.
Just when you thought there weren't enough big statues on this planet.
What, would you prefer one of yourself up here? So we do need to break our way through the rebel slaves. But we're actually going to head down this way. There is an elevator to get you down to the heroic area. Actually, I need to talk about why we're here. Saving face. Slaves working on the unfinished Colossus have gotten their hands on large mining drills and are planning to use them to bring down the Colossus. A merc named Volcola, who was just up there, was assigned to deal with the situation. He's asked you to take over the task. It's now up to you to get into the Nallis Quarry Retrieve the explosives his team lost and blow up one of the drills. So. Uh-oh.
When I die, I'm going to haunt you.
Ah, vets come. Good. I was a little concerned there. Sometimes when dropping down, your companion doesn't join you. And I've had a few deaths that way back in the day. Well, because again, we're in a heroic area, so we're never going to encounter any standard enemies around here. See, the marauder there, I think it was a marauder, came in, took the explosives before, well, while I was talking. So we'll just wait for the explosives to respawn, and then we need to go plant them on one of the mining drills. But we do have a bonus to defeat 15 of the rebel slaves. Ah, there is a... what's their classic? The Mercenary, yeah. One of the advanced classes of the Bounty Hunter. We may as well kill some more slaves. Just so we can get the bonus mission complete. Now, that should be fine. Because some slaves do spawn in.
Take some work.
Ah, but these slaves don't count, apparently. I see. Let's go,
Show. That drill just lit up the night. Here's the credits, as promised.
and that's Volcola. Congratulating us. You used to have to go back to the NPCs who give you the quest, but since we picked up the missions now just from the heroic mission terminals, once you completed the primary objective, it just rewards you for the success. So, what's in here? Hey, another relic. Has the same equipped ability, but it is a better quality one. Ah, we can actually have both equipped. Though I don't think we get the bonus from each. Oh well. Not gonna complain. Right, let's go look into the faction that's killing their fellow slaves.
Bring it.
So there's a group of slaves just in here who are acting a bit differently than the others. I'll be taking that, thank you very much. Initiate when the killing is complete, return to the base of the Colossus and signal us with the device. We will be waiting.
Scare me?
You are not the initiate. You are Sith. You honor us with your presence, mighty lord. Welcome to our prison.
What is this? Are you the one behind the killings?
I am Traka Unvol, leader of the Unchained. I am master of my hatred. When the other slaves broke free, I laughed. Like you, I knew their escape was a delusion, for only Sith possess true freedom.
Some elaboration is required.
I know the Sith code. Freedom comes through power, through victory. I saw a chance to prove myself. I culled weak from strong. I began to kill and to teach. I showed slaves freedom through bloodshed. Now my followers and I are the masters here. And soon, we will become Sith ourselves.
You may have potential, but are you strong in the Force?
My strength is in my fists, but the Force has guided me here. And it has guided you. Now you can spread word of us to the Empire. Your strength is great. With your approval, we shall serve. Carry our message of allegiance to your masters, and we will become the new face of the Empire. We will be champions of the dark side.
Interesting. I don't think you'll get exactly what you desire, but a few more meat shields and maybe one or two of your Unchained have potential.
The Empire will hear your message.
As it should be. Take this datapad, my plea to the Sith Lords. For now, I am not ready to leave the Colossus. With every kill, I feel my power grow. And there are many slaves who may yet join me. But soon, we will all be ready. We will await word from the Empire.
For now, continue your work. Kill the slaves in my name.
Farewell for now. We return to the shadows.
Crazy people. So we need to go kill some rebel slave captains. A rebel slave revolutionary. Sure. Let's go report our success. See if Commander Pritch has anything more for us to do.
I'm going to haunt you.
It's good to see you back. I knew those slaves couldn't hold their own against you. I take it you managed to track down one of the murderers. What's their story? Can we use them?
The killers will now serve the Empire. I have their oath of allegiance here.
What do you mean? Let me see that datapad. This is madness. They're serious. Slaves who think they can become Sith.
You've got a weak stomach, Ensign.
Apologies. No. You're right, of course. I'll inform Command. I'm not actually authorized to speak with Sith Lords on the blockade. But I'll make sure they know, too. It's been an honor working with you. I hope we meet again.
You really shouldn't hope for that. Ooh. An earpiece. Sure.
Ah, my lord, you've returned. I take it many slave captains have died this day.
They won't be bothering Lord Baras anymore.
I shudder to imagine their fate. I must stay, my lord. It's been inspiring watching you work.
I'm sure it has.
I'll inform Lord Baras that the situation has been handled.
That was all he wanted us to do? Really, the slave captains weren't much of a challenge. Oh well, let's get ourselves back over to the Sanctum then. We'll head over to the Imperial Intelligence headquarters because it'll unlock a codex entry and get us a tiny bit extra experience. I think we gained it just by entering the area. That's fine. Ah, there's a PvP mission terminal actually inside Intelligence HQ. A few things we could sell.
Do you require medical attention? Be well.
Let's go report our success.
You are strong, but you could be stronger.
I don't care what you do. Break my bones, burn my flesh. I'll tell you nothing.
I will not be denied.
Go spit, you monster!
I didn't know bodies could bend like that. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Makes that shock collar seem tame, doesn't it?
Ah, Apprentice, you've returned. Commander Pritch confirmed that the slaves have been silenced. Good. I'm still trying to extract the information I crave from this Republic agent. He is much more resilient than anticipated.
I'm interested in helping.
All I require is time. Just leave me to my work. I have another important task for you. It involves a renegade Sith Lord named Grathan, a particularly bothersome thorn in my side. Meet with my apprentice, Drykel Ball. He's my covert operative in Gratham's compound. Ball claims to have made a key discovery.
I thought I might be your only apprentice. That makes Baal my rival.
Try to tolerate him long enough to get the details and conclude your business there. Grathan's presence is useful to me, so I don't want him killed, just crippled. Find out what Baal has discovered and do exactly as he instructs.
Is your other apprentice above me in the pecking order?
I'm sure he views himself as your better, but he has merely been here longer. Now then, Republic wretch, where were we? Oh, yes. Tell me what I wish to know.
Yeah, Baras is a badass. He's quite intense when he needs something. Let's see, so we need to go to Lord Graffin's estate. Okay. Unfortunately, as it's mentioned, Lord Graffin has... It'll be mentioned later, but I think he's rebelled against the control of the Dark Council and has segregated himself away here on Dromund Kaas. It's kind of a way that some Sith Lords try and accumulate power by challenging the other Sith Lords and through defeating them gain recognition.
Destination?
So at the moment he's segregated by an area known as the Wall, which is where we will need to go, but there's a couple of missions we can do before we get there. Explosive discontent. Terrorist attacks have targeted the area. Patrols have deactivated multiple bombs in the city plaza, but are not certain the area is secure. The Dark Council calls upon all able bodies to find and disable any additional devices. And I think this is, maybe, unless you got it in a quest reward, one of the first missions where you used to get a headpiece. Back in the day, whereas you can get headpieces quite easily now. But yeah, let's go find and disable 4 more explosives. How is Vet doing? She is rank 6 out of a possible 50. What you'll find is you'll have about, 35 seconds to dispose of the bombs. And 1 more to go. Where will it be? Ah. There we are. New mission complete. Right, where are we going now? We need to really head towards the wall. But there is an NPC, there is an individual who would have words with us. And I'm wondering where he is nowadays. He might be at the wall, actually. Okay. They've changed his position. It used to be next to the taxi droid that would take you over to the Citadel, right next to the back end of Kaas City. But they moved him a couple of times. I think he may have used to be standing here. But it looks like they may have moved him again. Maybe. Oh, there's a recon droid here. What's this? Hadra's defeat. That used to be... There used to be heroic missions, and then there also used to be random area missions. You would walk into a certain area of the map, and then your quest log will update. And there used to be like a... what was called an Area 4 mission, which was again another heroic area with tougher enemies. But it's on a few worlds. It is made easier now. All these like Hadra troopers used to be strong and elite enemies. Not anymore though. But it used to be another good source of experience. But you normally had to do with other players. And there's a law object here. Captain Jill has a side mission in regards to justifying his paranoia, you could call it. He believes there are cloaked enemies of the Empire here for recon and possibly assassination, and he wants you to find and recover some of their cloaking devices. I say I'd rather just want to get down to the wall right now. That's it, just in the distance here. Ah, he is here. Interesting. Okay. So, here is another optional but story-centric mission chain. Part of the story arc while you're on Dromund Kaas. What you'll find is on various worlds, you have your class storyline, but each world will have their own story arc as well. So, let's see what he wants.
Already you move through the Citadel as if it were yours. Perhaps someday it will be. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Baras. I speak in his name, and I would bargain for your services.
I've never heard of any Darth Baras.
My master prefers to remain in the shadows, but do not doubt his power, nor his ability to reward success. I speak for him. I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
What sort of enemy are you referring to?
Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
What makes them heretics?
Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
Tell me you have a plan.
The Revanites have a secret compound in the jungle. Take this token to the cultist at the entrance. He will initiate you. Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward.
I see. So we need to become a member of this Revanite cult. The Revanites, or the Sith Lord Revan, is definitely a character of interest, both in this game and in the original Knights of the Old Republic, an RPG by BioWare. And I think it's set, is it 200 years maybe, prior to the events of this game, the actions and like tale of Revan. So that they worship him is interesting. Maybe they worship his ideals. But the story of Revan... I suppose canon, he was of course a Jedi Knight. And he went off to war during the war between the Republic and the Mandalorians. But while he was at war, he became, I would say, corrupted by the Sith. But he had his reasons, shall we say. He's one of the major Force users that has both experienced the dark and the light side.
Did you lose your way in the jungle? You have my sympathies, but we can't help. We have no food or water to offer. There's nothing for you here, and strangers are not welcome in this place. You'd best be going.
I was given this token. Does it tell you anything?
I'm not sure. Ah, you do have the token. Someone must have had great faith in you to send you our way. Welcome to the Order of Revan, Initiate. Welcome to your new life.
I'm looking for the Revanite leader. Am I talking to the right man?
No, I only guide Initiate along the path. This place is our haven, built by the Master and protected by the faithful. Here we leave our duties to the Empire behind. This is where the Master guides us in the mysteries of Revan, the one who began a Jedi but grew into a Sith, and then something more.
Why would a Jedi join the Sith? And what do you mean by something more?
As a Jedi, Revan was a warrior who slaughtered armies. As a Sith, Revan was a teacher who trained 1,000 dark apprentices. Eventually, Jedi and Sith both turned on Revan. But instead of being destroyed, Revan was reborn.
What do you mean, reborn? What was Revan's final fate?
Revan was stripped of power, stripped of life, of memory, and left to rot. And still, Revan relearned the ways of the Force. The reborn Revan destroyed Jedi and Sith, and came to Dromund Kaas. Although Revan's life ended here, the Master preserved that life, so that we may learn from it.
If Revan was a destroyer, then I will learn your teachings.
Revan mastered the light side and the dark side, war and peace. We seek to walk the same path. Take part in our rituals, learn Revan's path to greatness, succeed, and you earn the right to join us.
Then I look forward to learning.
Around you, you'll find your new teachers, Revanites who have spent their lives recovering the works of Darth Revan. Speak to them. Complete the tasks you are given. When you are through, return to me, and the Master will give you your final lessons.
I see, so we need to do a few chores. And then the Master, well, we should hopefully meet him. Or her.
Come here. Come closer. You are among the initiates who wish to join our order, and this is good. But tell me something. You are here because of the Order of Revan. Are you ready to die for us?
Are you looking for a fight, old man?
No, I'm only asking a question. Consider carefully. For every Revanite must face the trial of death, just as Revan died at the hands of the Jedi and Sith. Death freed Revan, left him unbound from all oaths and promises. It paved his road to rebirth. Will death free you from your past?
My past does not bind me. My chains are already broken.
Then you have nothing to fear. Before us is a path. Beyond the path is a cave. A cave dedicated to Darth Revan. Initiates fall on the path. Initiates are torn apart by things inside the cave. But initiates who reach the end are reborn. Remade.
Tell me more of this.
Go. And you'll see. The path is here. The cave. The cave will be more trying.
The tougher, the better.
Remember, survival is not your goal. Trust in the path of Darth Revan. We have nothing more to discuss. Go and return to me when you reach the end of the cave.
Interesting. I guess we shall do that then. So we need to find a cave dedicated to this Darth Revan. Before we do that, there is, I think, an elite or maybe a champion enemy who we could face off against just for a little bit of extra experience. And I think they're protecting a lore object. There we are. We have H8, a defective demolition droid. Statue of Kresh. Tells you about the Kresh bloodline. Yeah, feel free to pause and have a read of that if you so wish. See, the Emperor declared the Kresh name an abomination. Really? What did they do that even the Sith Emperor disagreed with their methods?
Took some work.
Here's the entrance to the cave.
Is that Revan? Impressive secret shrine thingy.
Eloquent as always. Not that I really have anything to say about that, because as I'm recording, I find my vocabulary is just as lacking. Ouch. And we're back in the Revanite camp. I wonder if Vet had to drag us all the way back. Because we weigh probably a fairly hefty amount.
You return. Dripping with the blood of the womb, you are reborn. Your old life, everything you were, all of it is dead. Buried inside that cave.
What was that place? It was strange.
Darth Revan's shrine. Every piece of Revan's life that we've recovered is in that cave. It's the last thing initiates see before dying. Tell me how it feels. Your obligations have vanished. Your past no longer burdens you. How does it feel to see the world reborn?
Like I've never killed before.
You've done well, and I'm proud that you've begun your new life as a Revanite, choosing allegiance to us first of all. Take this gift to guide you in your new life. It will remind you of what you've become. Leave now, and may the Force make you strong.
Okay. And we have our next Elder to speak to.
Come forward. Speak to me. We're all students of Darth Revan, and I enjoy the company of initiates. I remember when I was like you. I remember my trials and the joy of killing in the Master's name. You're so fortunate.
I don't need a cult leader to tell me when or whom to kill.
Neither did I, but you'll find that killing as a Revanite is more fulfilling. I'm Ladra. Once the personal assassin of a Sith Lord, I am now the serene protector of the Master and his students. I contemplate Revan's teachings as I execute intruders and heretics. But I also guide initiates and help determine their trials.
Your wisdom must be great, Ladra. Will you share it?
Of course I will. That is how I honor the Master. Every Revanite's initiation includes a trial of the past, a rite to bind the initiate to Revan. Your rite will be very special. You will find the mask of Darth Revan, what he wore after becoming Sith. It's a powerful symbol of his greatness, long lost to us.
My talents lie in destruction, not relic hunting.
There's to be destruction, too. I can promise that. The mask is in a collection of antiquities possessed by my former teacher, the Sith Lord Grathan. It must be freed from that heretic, rescued in a rain of blood and death.
I can't wait to start killing.
Speak to Torun, our curator. He'll give you the spiritual guidance you need and tell you where the mask is. When your journey's done, bring the mask to me. Good luck. Welcome the peace that comes with serving the Master.
And it just so happens that it seems that we're going to be going to the estate of Lord Grathan in the near future. So, whereabouts is the Mask of Darth Revan held?
What have we got here? I wasn't expecting a visit from any initiates, but you're welcome to stay and talk, in any case. I'm Torun, devoted servant of the Master and student of Revan. What can I do for you?
I'm searching for Darth Revan's mask. I'm told you can help.
So, Ladra sent you. She wants me to ritually prepare you for contact with Revan's mask, eh? A pointless ceremony. Ladra's devoted to the Revanites. She's also obsessed with that mask. Says it talks to her. Ladra wants the mask to represent everything Revan ever was, but he wasn't just Sith. Before his rebirth, he was both Sith and Jedi.
Whatever else Revan was, being a Sith is what led to greatness.
If you believe that, then why follow Revan at all? It's tempting to seek answers in material objects. Ladra will use the mask to teach that Revan was a being of only darkness. I don't want that mask becoming our Order's sole focus. Bring it to me. I'll keep it safe among a few like-minded scholars.
Sounds like you'll benefit from this as well.
I'm not after the mask for myself. I have no use for it, except for what it represents. I'm sure Ladra promised a grand reward for the mask. I can't match it, but I can promise your initiation will proceed smoothly. Will you help me preserve the real Revan? Or will you let Ladra overshadow everything with a Sith relic?
I promised Ladra I would get her the mask.
I understand, but I hope you'll think this through. I don't have to tell you to be careful, but may the Force be with you. May it keep you strong and guide your return.
So it's held in a secure vault. Thank you, T9. Okay. So let's get ourselves back over to the wall. We'll not speak to the various NPCs, the various people on the wall just yet, even though they do have missions for us as well, since we're going to Graffin's estate. In addition, there is a heroic mission we can do while we're there as well. But we'll break this video here. It's went on a little bit longer than normal, but since I knew we were going to Graffin's estate anyway, I thought I'd get the first task of the Revanites complete. We have another companion gift. You'll find, I haven't mentioned this yet, there are different kinds of companion gift. This is a courting gift. This is military gear. And they have different ranks, of course, green, blue, then I think purple. And some companions prefer some gifts rather than others. And they'll gain greater affection if you give them gifts that they actually desire. So Captain Sonova wishes to have a word with us. As well as, I think, Captain Bryn. Yeah, okay. We'll break the video here, though. When we come back, you can just see the entrance to Lord Graffin's estate just there. But we'll probably do the heroic mission first. There's a small path going down this way. But we'll look at that in the next video. This, of course, has been AnthWolf playing Star Wars The Old Republic. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you all take care. And I'll see you for even more in the next video. Until then, though, bye-bye now.